football brings...
Two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one taken just inside the 10. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run right on the option. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, Clifton. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 33. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
That's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. On 3rd down, Slaughter. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Clifton. This is caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Play action. Now it's Murray. McDonald makes a catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 35. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
He completes this to Walker. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Clifton. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there's things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Murray. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's McDonald. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He had 2 catches in the wild card game, and he's matched that total in the first quarter here in this one. And a first down as well.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Murray going to throw.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. To throw, it's Murray.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Clifton. And Walker has it. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looking to throw. Clifton. And that is incomplete. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Murray from midfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not on the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Murray now to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
On 1st down, Clifton. He finds his man, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Murray. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. That screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop on their point. Is that one they should have even tried? Or is that when the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
This is taken at about the 14. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. And out across midfield, down to the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Clifton.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Murray. Toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Throwing on 1st down is Murray.
He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Saints.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Murray now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The 8th play of the game coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Murray. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 1st down, Murray. Alvin Kamara wheeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now Murray again. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Murray now. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 60 yards. And the Seahawks have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived? Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He completes it to Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
From the gun, Murray. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be first down, Saints. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Murray now on first down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Murray.
Check down here for Henry.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears matching up with the Detroit Lions. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This is taken just shy of the 10. And the Saints set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. This opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll run it again with Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 63 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw, it's Murray.
A quick one here, hauled in by Kamara. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Murray complete to Likely on the out route. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Henry is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
Murray now to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now left side on the swing pass.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
This is the tight end fan. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Back to throw again. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Elijah Moore
from 6 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. The lead is up to 8. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Murray.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Murray going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in the team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. To throw on second down, Clifton. He's got him in, complete. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
The partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
The lead is up to 15 now. Just a 4-point drive that time.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And a short pickup to about the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Clifton completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down at 5. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Back to throw. Clifton. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
I can hear right now that most people in our business are saying, why aren't they running the football? I happen to agree with this strategy. They've had success all game long. I don't think they should go away from it. too often, teams go into that protect mode and end up giving away the football. This team has stayed aggressive, and it's working out for them.
Throwing on first down. Clifton. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw on second down.
Clifton. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Walker once more. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
Let's get that touch.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Seahawks are moving closer to a date now. The NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's McDonald. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Throwing on first down is Murray. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray now.
Locates Kamara on the out route.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Murray now on first down. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Murray now on first down. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Now Murray again. Looking sideline, incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Murray.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. To throw on third down. Clifton over the middle. It's caught by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
79 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
8 yards.
And going right back to Walker.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.